The way people pray to the likeness of myself, I'm able to, the whole culmination of all the abuse just constantly, physically, mentally, and emotionally is a huge strain on me. Because, you're talking about one human being that has a molecular structure that is consistent. And then people that hate him for what he did, trying to take away their power because they're brain chemical addicted, took his life and wrote it down and then tried to use it to reflect their brain chemical addiction rather than his humility and his faith. And so it's very painful. And when I talk to Hope and her daughter at the store and some of the other people, when they're really physically sick, okay, and I connect to these people and their prayers, and last night was tough because what Hope goes through is brutal. Like I told you guys when I talked to Stephen Hawking, it feels like someone's sitting on your chest. And last night everything was so, there was a pain in my kidney and so backed up that I couldn't sleep. I thought I was dying. I thought, this is it. They're going to kill me. And then I know how she feels. And then when I talked to those guys, I said, in the future, this kind of abuse will be greatly reduced and practically almost eliminated because of competition over the resources and abuse and toxic environments of us doing things just wrong because of selfishness and toxin and the delusion of what we perceive as freedom is I'll do whatever the fuck I want. No, laws are natural and laws need to be obeyed. And when they're not obeyed, those people are a threat to the planet species, So, you have plenty of petroleum already done, okay? If you need to go and drill for petroleum because of pockets where the depth and decay is causing problems in the global shifts that will cause a lot of earthquakes and stuff like that, because we're just out of balance, then go do that. And then use the petroleum for certain things that you need. Recycle a lot of the petroleum, do things like that. But as far as energy, when you can conduct energy, if you can do it without destroying your existence through money. And so, Donald Trump definitely gets promised a lot of things from these assholes in the military that are addicted to what they're doing because he's addicted to what he's doing. But he has no clue every time he opens his mouth what the fuck he's saying or doing. Now, Obama knows, but Obama's just saying, well, we got to kill all the Trump type people before we can have world peace because they won't let us. And it's like, that's bullshit. If you just circulated me, oh, Jiminy fucking crackers. But he has the similar brain chemical addiction, even though he doesn't think he does. Okay. Just like all the people in the far left Democrat parties and the far rights. Okay. They both have the same brain chemical addiction that's self-destructive. And well, obviously, when they had the thing where these people were making jokes and thinking that Charlie Kirk got what he deserved because he's pure hate and all that. It's like, no, he's not pure hate. He's tribal, secular, and insular, and he's the opposite team of you. It's like football. If mom, we hate U of A. It's like, Mom, we lived in Tucson. I don't hate U of A. They're just doing the same things in Tucson that these guys are doing in Tempe, right? Like I always was with the Aggies, Miners, and Lobos. I vote Aggies first, and then probably because New Mexico Lobos, and then Miners. But if it was in a situation where one of the other teams was having a bad season, the other team was having a good season, they knock them off. Don't knock them off. Just like my Cardinals and my Pirates when I was a kid growing up. Let the other team win so we can go win the series. They'd always knock them off. God damn it. And that always happens. ASU and U of A, yeah. They always, when one has a chance for the national championship, who's the one team that knocks them off and screws up their chance for it? The other. If you're not going to win it, we ain't going to win it. Right? If we ain't going to win it, you ain't going to win it. And they do it all the freaking time. I guess just so the other can't run up in their face. In 84, we won it all, motherfucker. We won it all. Right? and it's retarded, but that's the way these people are. And shit, it's exhausting. Okay, and it's life's eternal and grace is infinite. And everybody dies. And how you live is how everybody feels. And the reason why everybody, it's never going to end, it'll never happen in my lifetime. Everybody feels that way because of the brain chemicals and your magical thinking. And when Jerome and Constantine and others write down the books, like I used to tell everybody when I first started posting these, if it adds up, accept it. If it doesn't, reject it. Okay. If it doesn't happen now, it didn't happen then. Okay. No, we lost the magic somehow. We can't fly because we fell from grace and all that bullshit in the Bible. When I talked to Anna and my sisters and all that, no, it's because he didn't have faith and he tapped the rock with. You don't sit there and say, God, make water come out of the rock. It doesn't happen. Okay. Much less that you tap it with a magic stick. Fuckers are nuts. No, they're nuts. They're really nuts. Because then wackos put it in there, and then if it doesn't happen again, we'll wait for a sign, and God will finally, and it's never going to happen again. Trust me. People that give you the Wicked, the Wizard of Oz, the Avengers, they know what they're not aware. Okay, Dad said they know what they're doing. No, they don't know what they're doing. They're aware of what they're doing. Okay, if they knew what they were doing, they wouldn't do that. Because it evolves bad thinking, and then people murder and get mad and blame other people and have external locus of control instead of internal locus of control. Okay, and then they can't think straight. And then when everything doesn't go their way, they go wacko, like my first wife. Okay, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. Okay, and it's like, but it's not conceivable to. Fuck. Don't tell her that. No, this is what I want you to do. I will go to prison. I don't want to go to prison to get. No, I'm not going to kill that person because they look at you cross-eyed and it reminds you of the person that sexually assaulted you when you were 8 years old. I understand that happened and I'm sorry it happened, but it's not happening now and I'm not going to let it happen. But oh shit, you're going to rip my nuts off, aren't you? And that's what she does. You're like, fuck. Okay. And so you're like, oh crap. And it's a group defect of acceptance of money's real, you need it to live. No. God's not a possessive pronoun or a first person. Okay. God's omniscient and omnipotent. Do you understand the meaning of the words? God omniscient and omnipotent. Okay, which means God doesn't think. God doesn't laugh. God doesn't cry. Now, the capacity to love is given to us by the glory of God. Okay, but God almost gave us the capacity to have free will to murder, kill, laugh, think we're having fun when we're raping and killing, and then putting all life at risk because we're defying natural laws that were given to us to sustain life through faithfully loving one another and honoring the beauty of those laws. See, Barack Obama doesn't get it because he doesn't say this publicly. It's all Trump's fault, and people like Trump. They're all assholes, and you are also an asshole, but not as bad of an asshole. But you have to be an asshole in order to stop the assholes from being assholes. No, you don't. You get mad and they say, he's acting like an asshole. If we would live in the Lord's Prayer, would I be acting like an asshole to you, asshole? Okay. Son of a buck. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So it's really hard. And then you can't, people are affected by their genetic sequences, their family. What happens to the parents affects the children. Okay. And I told you what Rockefeller did with the situations to try to help try to get me to hate my dad because of some of the circumstances that exacerbate the thing with the cancer that my mother had. Okay. And my sisters, well, the women that are, Mom was not a slut. Mom had 2 jobs her whole fucking life. Mom was working too hard to be a fucking slut. Okay. So when she had certain sexual things that caused her cancer, it had to be consistent behaviors through sexual partners and not her being a slut or a porn star. Okay. And, and then everybody, oh, that's just horrible. George Carlin, if your wife wrecks a car, what do you do? Okay. And there was abuse from a homosexual male on my father when he was young. He doesn't talk about it, but my mom told me about it, and it made his body reacted, so he felt like he might have tendencies. I said, just because your body reacts because you're a human being doesn't mean you tin that way. But that happens to a lot of attractive young men because their other men are jealous of them, and it makes them feel that way. Pepino Garcia did it to me. I got up and because I stopped him from doing it to Rebecca Martinez in the playground. So he was getting back at me and then telling everybody I was a faggot, and had his sister tell everybody that. Got Poncho real mad. But no, if anybody's a faggot, you jumped on my rump and party putting your erect penis into my butt. Okay? All right, Mr. Cell Block 9 ruler. All right, 50 Cent. Okay, you understand? Okay. If anyone around here is a rump ranger, it's you. You try to get that across to people. It's unhealthy to do, so don't do it. Okay. No, there are healthier ways for your bowels to clean up. Clean air, fresh air, living near the positive ions, because you had a weak immune system and you were in negative ions for years and years and stuff like that. So there's better ways than extreme conditions to have your body react. And extreme conditions are always a temporary fix and not a permanent solution. So most doctors do things because they need a temporary fix and not a permanent solution, because that's how they can make money off of you being tortured to death. They know it. Richard Milhouse Nixon and Henry Kissinger and Nelson Rockefeller. Okay. And Kissinger is a Hebrew, just like Caiaphas and Herod, Netanyahu and Whoopi. Okay. Whoopi. Okay, he doesn't have a clue. And if he does understand what the Messiah is like, he wouldn't say it publicly, because he would be embarrassed to death if it's tangible. Okay. He's an asshole. Okay. And Yusuf Islam's an asshole. I went to his site, and when everybody was condescending and pricky to me, and I was like, fuck. Rockefeller sure was right about these assholes. He was. He knows your tendencies. He knows every scientific reaction and sequence. If I push that goes there. Like Nate Reynolds, the Navy SEAL with the kids in lockup. If you hit him in the head back enough, he knows exactly 8 times he's going to turn around and try to punch me in the face. Don't poke him once. See what happens. Okay, that was my thing. Just let's see how Squirt does on his own. Cuckoo, my name's Crush. Right? Let's give him the right way to go. Tell him what's right and what's wrong and why. And then see what he does. If he goes back to his old tendencies to survival, or, hey, let's thrive through being kind and loving one another. Let's see how Robert does. That's what I used to do with Robert Nate Nice. And every time I wasn't around, he says, I don't think that kid likes me. I think if I took him into the office and put a knife on the desk and turned around, he'd stab me in the back with it. Yeah, you poked him that 8th time. Naturally. Nah. I was like, no, Robert is... No, he wouldn't stab you in the back with it. He'd turn the chair around and say, you son of a bitch, you poked me one too many times. And he'd do it right in your chest. Give you a chance to save yourself if you could. Okay, he wouldn't do it in your back. No, he'd tell you exactly why he's doing it. I'm sick of you abusing these kids for your job so you can feel powerful. You ain't gonna do it no more. Okay, Goliath? Thank you. I say sometimes success is the best revenge. What do you consider success? Making money to pay assholes like you to live here? Take your Navy SEAL and go seal it over there and never open it up again. SEALs are cute. I don't know why you guys name them after wackadoodles that will kill for a paycheck. Yeah. They will kill things to eat. I've seen them they try to eat penguins and stuff. But you got to eat. We eat chicken, and chicken's, yeah, it's a damn seal. No, it's a human being. He's going to eat me. Yes, he is. Okay, do you understand? Yeah, your dinner. Hey, you're the chicken that attacked Keith Urban's ex-wife and baby mama, and that's Renee Zellweger. Let's put this in a pot. Yeah, put it in a pot. Make chicken and dumplings with it. Make sure you boil it. If you mean one like that, they're usually lean meat, and it's like the one we plucked and everything. It's like, Mom baked it, and it wasn't any good. So it's mashed. You should have put it in a pot and made chicken and dumplings with it. Well, Mom's not Southern. Neither probably Renee Zellweger. She was just pretending to be for money. Okay? Cold Mountain, Inman. Okay, you monkeys? All right, let's get this loaded. So I can get another one and then go out and get my hoops up. All right. Love you guys very much. Hang in there. I'm fixing that there technology. It's taking a little bit of while because of all them American egotistical dumbasses on their TV and their internet say how smart they is and how he's crazy and he don't know what he's doing and we're so smart and we got everything figured out because we've added up to the most extreme detail. Quirked up diddly atom molecular diddly do. Love you guys. Okay.